I'm going to keep this speech like a good skirt, long enough to cover the subject, but short enough to keep it interesting. First things first, you chose to come to NIACC, and you chose to complete a degree, and you all chose to come to graduation tonight. Life is full of choices and full of pros and cons that we weigh that bring us to our decisions. For most of us, our first important choice was choosing to go to college. For some of us, going to college was an easy next step after high school. Then there are those of us for whom going to college wasn't an easy choice. Those who decided to come back to college after being away for school for a while, or those of us who skipped a few states or hopped across a few ponds. But deciding on which college was a common choice we all share. No matter if it was hard or easy, we all ended up choosing to come to NIACC. Once we came to NIACC, we had another set of choices to make. One important one being, what major did we want? Some of us knew right away, and some of us still might not be sure. Whether you knew your major or not, you still had to pick your classes, which meant deciding on which teachers to take, like Mr. Stoltenberg, which ones not to take, or class times, just kidding, or class times which let us know if we were morning people or not. Then we had to make the decision to show up and attend class, to do well in order to graduate. As with any choices we make, there are often benefits that result from them. There are many benefits in coming to NIACC. Some we already knew, like affordability, small classes, etc. But then there were also hidden benefits. For me personally, coming from just 30 minutes away, I thought it would be similar to high school, except a bit harder. But I was mistaken. I never thought I would have classes with older, non-traditional students, let alone someone with a European accent. I was surprised at how much NIACC wasn't like high school. Sure, I saw some of my classmates and had a few classes with them, but it wasn't at all like I had assumed. Another benefit was work study. For those of you that don't know, I worked in student services where the academic counselors are. I filed files, ran evaluations, and took student ID pictures. Yes, there were days where I didn't want to go to work, but they weren't nearly as often as the days I did. I got to know everyone in my office and surrounding offices, which made me look forward to coming to work rather than dread it. One personal downside for me in coming to NIACC was that my mom worked here. Just kidding, but seriously. As if I thought living at home was bad, then I had to go to school and still see her and have her nag me all the time. A typical teenage reaction, right? Well, then add to it my brother going to school with me, and then just recently, my sister getting hired as a counselor in my work study office. That's right, I went to school with my family. We joked that my dad should work here too. Then we'd have everybody in the family. Well, these are just a few of my own personal benefits that I experienced. There are many more benefits to NIACC, like that of scholarships, sports, and the multiple art and music programs that many of you could list among your benefits as well. Choosing NIACC was just the first major choice. We now have to face other important choices, and as we do, there will also be benefits that result from those choices. Do we go on to another school for those of us who won't be going, or for those of us who won't be going to a university, what kind of job do we want? Which is the best choice for us? Whatever our decisions may be, weigh the pros and cons, and keep in mind that there may be hidden benefits. It's no one's decision but our own. We choose our own path. Like my middle school principal always said in the morning announcements, make it a great day or not, the choice is always yours. Thank you and congratulations, graduates.